Welcome to the General Election 2023. The General Election consists of 3 steps. Step 1, getting your verification code. Step 2, voting. Step 3, verification of your vote. Let's start with getting our verification code. To get your verification code, you need to type in a part of the code in the input field. Here you need to make sure that the code fulfills the requirements stated on the page. Please do not input any sensitive data, like a social security number or passwords you use elsewhere. Click Next, and your verification code will show up below. The code is unique, so you're the only one with this specific code, and you should be able to recognize the first part of the code from above. Please download or save your verification code so that you can easily find it again, as you will need this code later to verify your vote. If you choose to download the file with your code, you will also get a QR code in it. This QR code can also be used for verification later on. Please make sure that you have checked the box before proceeding. Now you're ready for the next step in the general election, voting. In order to cast your vote, simply choose the candidate that you wish to vote for and click Submit Vote. If your vote is not entered correctly, click No and select the candidate again. Otherwise, click Yes and you have cast your vote successfully. After the deadline has been passed for casting votes, all votes are now being counted by the election officials. When all votes have been counted and the election results are published, you need to verify your vote. For verification, please open the downloaded file with your verification code from earlier in the process. Here you have 2 options to verify your vote. By scanning the QR code, you will be sent to a web page. Here you can see a little box. Inside the box, it will display the candidate which your cast vote was saved as by the election officials. If the candidate is not correct, please report it to the election officials. This you do by following the guidelines in the instruction letter. The second way to verify is by following the link in the downloaded file. The link will send you to a web page where you have 2 ways of verifying your vote. By looking at the web page, you should be able to see an input field. Simply write your verification code in the field, and it should display your verification code just below. To the left you see your verification code, and to the right you see the candidate which you should have voted for. If this is not the case, please report it to the election officials. This you do by following the guidelines in the instruction letter. The same applies if your verification code does not show up. Please be aware of upper and lowercase letters when typing in the verification code. The second way to verify your vote is by scrolling down to the sorted list. Here you need to find the number or letter that matches the first character of your verification code. Click on the number and letter, and it will open a list of verification codes. Look through the verification codes until you find your unique code. Then you need to check if the candidate next to your verification code is correct. If this is not the case, please report it to the election officials. This you do by following the guidelines in the instruction letter. The same applies if your verification code does not show up. If you have saved the verification code elsewhere, instead of downloading the file, you can go to the instruction letter. Here you will find a link that gets you to the same web page as the one in the downloaded file. This way you can verify your vote. When you have verified your vote, you have completed the General Election 2023. Thank you for listening.